with this webcast, live webcast for Indigenous students off campus and distance education students. We're going to start with the opening prayer from our elders, Joyce and Victor Underwood. Victor and Joyce. OCMCIA, Hualmok Mastimo, Haichka, Huaywatanes Ne, Haichka, Hualmok Mastimo, Huasanish, Hualmok Mastimo, Lakwangwin, Hualmok Mastimo, Esquimalt, Hualmok Mastimo, Haichka, Haitsabka.
I'm really pleased to be here today and on behalf of the University of Victoria to welcome all of you as students returning to distance education programs or as students who are just beginning your university program here with us at University of Victoria. We're really pleased that you've chosen to do your program with us, and we're here to begin a conversation with you that will extend out over the course of your program. And I know as Deanna has indicated, I have an appointment in the School of Nursing within the Faculty of Human and Social Development. I've taught distance education students for a number of years, and so I have huge respect for what you've committed to doing yourself to advance your education and to use the technologies that are available to us now to help support you in that venture. About 70% of the students within our faculty, the Faculty of Human and Social Development, access programs, both undergraduate and graduate, via distance education technologies. So while I know sometimes you're probably out there feeling rather isolated and alone doing your programs, do know that there are thousands of other students just even within our own faculty that are with you, studying and perhaps struggling at times, but hopefully also long-term, really enjoying your experience here with us at the university. We're seeing increasingly here at the university the use of technology within classrooms as well as for purely distant students. I know that there's a big difference between students who choose to make access to distance education technologies and those, perhaps like yourself, who have this as perhaps your only way of advancing your education. So I think we want to be very thoughtful and respectful of your experience. To that end, we have two sorts of general supports here at the university. One is this place that we're speaking to you from, and all of the people that you will meet here, and more behind the scenes that you're not going to be able to meet today, but hopefully you'll meet in various ways over your time here. People who work here and support students here from the First People's House. Oftentimes students may access their entire program by distance education. They never have an opportunity to travel to the university, but sometimes will make a very special effort to come at the time of graduation. And that's always a very exciting time for us to meet you. And there are wonderful ceremonies that happen here in this space. So I hope that that will be a possibility for you. I want to also just mention quickly that just down the pathway from us here at the First People's House is the Learning and Teaching Center. And over the course of the next year, we're hoping to be able to hire someone who will actually provide some strong leadership within the university for learning and teaching through distributed technologies, educational technologies like this one that we're speaking with you through today, a live webcast. As I say, we've had a lot of experience, a number of years of experience within our faculty teaching by distance, but the technology is changing so quickly, and our capacity to respond to you and to have it be much more relevant for you, create really excellent learning experiences, changes all the time. So we're feeling that we need the additional support from our Learning and Teaching Center to help us be the best teachers that we can be. I just want to finish by saying that I feel very fortunate within our faculty to have had very strong leadership in terms of our Indigenous education opportunities within the faculty. I'm sitting beside Robina Thomas, who will be speaking to you next, and Robina is one of those leaders. Through Robina's leadership and that of her colleagues, we've seen the development of places like this and opportunities then that folks here at the First People's House have made to begin this week of welcome with you. So I'll, on that front, say welcome one last time and turn you over to Robina.
Thank you. I want to begin by thanking you for joining us today and start off by thanking the elders, Victor and Joyce, for opening this webcast in a good way, and Deanna for organizing this. And I think it's a really important event, and I think that I was really happy when I was excited to join it, because it really made me think about the week of welcome and all the festivities we have going on campus and a way of inviting you to be a part of those festivities. My name is Kwaltsiamat. My English name is Robina Thomas, and I'm from Layaxon. Through marriage, I'm a member of Layaxon First Nation, but I have Snuneymuxw and Stalo ancestry. And I want to begin by acknowledging that I'm a visitor here on the territories of the Lekwungen-speaking people, and thank them for allowing me to live, learn, and love in their beautiful, beautiful lands. Here at the university, I wear a number of hats. As Deanna said, I'm the co-chair of the First People's House, and we're just working at really getting all the policies and the procedures and that worked out into how the house works, and how, you know, what events can and can't take place in the ceremonial hall, and how the classrooms are used, and those kinds of issues. But I'm also a faculty member in the School of Social Work, and I've been there for a number of years. And so having said that, I too have taught and am currently teaching through distance education, and I work hard to try make it as interactive as possible, knowing that it is a struggle, because it's a struggle for me as a teacher to try incorporate all those different ways of learning on a Moodle page. So I thank you for joining us, and I acknowledge how isolating and lonely it can be. I'm also the co-chair of the Indigenous Academic Advisory Council, and we are just really getting that Academic Advisory Council in place, and it'll be a council that looks at the academic programming for all Indigenous programs across the campus, and try to have more coordinated efforts, and perhaps one day we'll have way more faculties represented at a virtual welcome like today. I think my main message today as a faculty member is to say that the only reason that we're here is because you're students. And so having said that, we're really responsible to you and your learning and to your success. And I really want to encourage you, if you're ever having any issues at all, be they seem small or large to you, or you run into any glitches, please feel free to contact us. You'll have lots of contacts here. There'll be contacts for whatever particular faculty you're engaged with. But please feel free to contact us, because it's through conversations with you and feedback from you that we can continue to make distance education a more valuable program for you. And I think at the end of the day, all we ever are hoping for as faculty members is for your success. And so in saying that, I just really want to thank you for choosing UVic, and I wish you all the best, and have a good term, and Haichka for joining us.
Squachel, Atianuk, Pizzalina Quat, Danasnet, Giselea at Sanich Iseout. My name is Samantha Etzel. I am the programs manager here at the Indigenous Affairs Office, and I too want to acknowledge our elders today, as well as acknowledge the speakers before me, and thank Deanna for setting this webcast up, and really want to show the appreciation to you taking time to be here with us today. My role is to oversee and support the Aboriginal support, or the ASP program, as well as the Indigenous Student Support Coordinator, Crystal Seibold, and also the Elders Coordinator, Deb George. I've been here since May of this year, so I've been here for a short time. But I also want to share my experience with you as being a distance education student myself, I did my social work degree through distance, and I know how isolating and lonely that could be. And a lot of the faculty members and the profs that I had in my program were really supportive and, taking that time to reach out and ask for some support and ask for help. And that's really what we're here for too in the INAF office, is to support you as students. And wanting to hear back some suggestions and some feedback from the students that are distant, that how we can further support. And I know this is one way of doing it, but we want to also find other avenues of doing that for you. And I think that we really value family, and that was my decision as a distance student, was to continue to stay in my community. But I ran into things like I couldn't go to the library, and so there's a lot of challenges, and I think, we are here to help you with your success as a student. And if there's any problems, then don't be afraid to reach out to one of us. I'm sitting here on behalf of Ruth Young. She's the director of the Indigenous Affairs Office, and she couldn't be here with us today, so she sends her regrets. I just thank you for everyone that's here today, and I'll pass it on to Crystal. Heshka.
Hello, everyone. My name is Crystal Seibold, and I am the coordinator of Indigenous Student Support here at the Office of Indigenous Affairs. So I work with new and current students. So hopefully you see my contact information on the INAF website. I can definitely help you connect to services on and off campus. I would first like to acknowledge the Lekwungen speaking people's territory for allowing me to be here today and to work and to live here and learn. And just want to acknowledge everyone for being here today, because I think this is really important to connect to students off campus. My own experience, I was also a distance student, so I know how isolating it can be. Not hearing voices or seeing people's faces, it can be quite challenging. So I definitely want you to reach out to you to reach out to any of us if you want to connect about connecting to advisors, services that you're entitled to as a student here on campus. I really want you to feel free to contact me anytime. I'm really accessible by email, phone. If you want to phone me and I can phone you back, I can definitely do that. So I just want to extend that warm welcome to you.